Thank you everyone for coming. We had a very well thought out, well presented oral argument today. We thank all the parents for coming down to show their support for the changes that we're trying to enact in Minnesota. Eric presented a wonderful argument for our side as it relates to the unconstitutionality that we're trying to address and change for all the parents of Minnesota. I think he made compelling arguments on why evidence needs to be presented up front before children are unnecessarily removed from the home, and I look forward to Judge Wright's decision, hopefully in our favor. To that end, I will let Eric explain a little bit more about the detail that transpired in court today. And thank you all the parents for coming out to support what we're trying to do. And we hope to affect change for all of Minnesota. Thank you.
My name is Eric Cardall, and I represented the association and these association members. And speaking on behalf of the association, we're furious. The state of Minnesota, the Attorney General's office, the Department of Human Services took the position that these people are zeros. Each of you, you're zeros. You can't bring your claims in federal court. You can't challenge the unconstitutional standards. What the hell is going on with this state agency? These people are wailing. They're crying about losing their children permanently or temporarily. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the Department of Human Services that you're doing this to these people? You're grabbing their kids without any constitutional basis and you're keeping them, some of them permanently. This state agency better wake up. Other states are waking up. Lots of other states are waking up. Deep blue states, Oregon, Hawaii, Massachusetts. These are deep blue states understanding that single mothers get to keep their kids unless there's child abuse. None of this safety and morals and health. That's what the state of Minnesota, they want to grab your kids based on safety, health, and morals. No more. From now on, it's got to be reasonable suspicion of child abuse. The agency's overreaching is horrific. But the fact that these parents have come forward and said it's got to stop, and then the agency's treating them like zeros, that their complaints don't mean anything, is off the rocker. Minnesotans are better people than this, and they deserve a better state agency than they have. This state agency is just wrong. I was almost in tears this morning driving to this courthouse, and a female veteran called me up, and she said, I lost my kid at the hospital when I gave birth because I complained about anxiety. And I've had 2 psychological exams and I'm fine. And so this case is about correcting a state agency that's gone rogue. It's lawless, it's violating the Constitution, and now we know that it's knowingly doing so. So this hearing was very important, but believe me, this association, this is the first step. If they're going to dismiss this case, guess what comes next? Another case. If they're going to dismiss another case, and another case, and another case. And I know that lawyers in the courtroom tend to make these things boring, right? It was kind of a little, everyone's going to say it was a little bit boring, but the point is that it doesn't matter how many lawyers you have, it doesn't matter how good the judge is, if the statutes on the top are messed up, not requiring a reasonable suspicion of child abuse, substantial harm to the child, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose badly. We don't care if you have a government lawyer. I've told many of you these standards are so low, I can't help you. I can't go into court and win because the standard's so low. And so now it's identified. It's a little issue, right? It's a little issue. These statutes should say not that they can seize your child for the health and safety of the child. It should say they can seize your child if there's reasonable suspicion of child abuse. They're regulating parental manners. They're regulating bedside manners. They can't regulate manners. They can only seize your child if there's been child abuse. That's it. And so we narrow that down. So all the child abuse cases, all right, fine. But these cases we're talking about, there wasn't any child abuse. So if there isn't any child abuse, then there shouldn't be any seizure of the children. We're really excited. I can't tell you how excited I am about you people and your claims. And I can't tell you how offended I am. I can't tell you how offended I am. And I apologize to you because I'm a Minnesotan. I apologize that my department, it's my Department of Human Services that is treating you like zeros, right? I apologize to each of you that my Department of Human Services is treating each of you like a zero, like your complaints don't matter. You don't have standing to come to federal court and say, fix it. They're saying you can't even say that. That has to stop, because this is, after all, Minnesota. And when Minnesotans recognize that our government has a shortcoming, then we expect our government to fix it. And we're going to fix it, and Dwight's leading the show. Thanks, Dwight.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you to all the parents that come out. Our organization has grown to almost 5,000 members in 120 days. We're going to continue to grow strong, and we're going to branch out, and we're going to fix Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right? Hey! Woo! Thank you, everyone.